Is this recorded? Oh no! Hi, my name's J Humphrey, independent parliamentary candidate for Bournemouth East. If I could get fit enough to do the job for you. I'm not been feeling very well. Hey, you don't want to hear my bloody problems. Just seen a 1 minute of Labour video on YouTube. £300,000 here and 9,500 spent on NHS bureaucracy and less than 6,000 spent on maternity care, and every child in this country is born with £20,000 worth of debt, and that's under a Labour government. So the question you have to ask now is, what would it be like under a lib-lab-con government if any of the three main parties like Cameron, Brown or Clegg got elected? And that then opens up a whole new raft of questions. Why the hell are we voting for any of the lib-lab-con? Why? What they've given us £20,000 worth of debt each, £450 million worth of debt every single day, paying off some stupid loan. Now, mortgages work for householders. It's a good way of getting money if the value of the loan was tied in with the value of the property, but it ain't. You borrow a fixed amount of money and then they charge you whatever they like while you pay back that fixed term interest period. If a house loses value, your loan should lose value, and then it'd be a better way of managing debt. And I don't know. But anyway, what you got to think? What happens if we vote for the Liberals, the Labour or the Conservative parties? And has anyone really seriously considered voting for any other party? The media don't believe so. That leaders' debate on Thursday was a bit of a con. I didn't watch it, I only saw the edited highlights. So why are we voting for any of these three parties? They put us in the debt, they've killed 1.5 million Iraqis, they bomb crap out of people for the slightest excuse, they stop your benefits, they kill you in hospital with C. difficile and all those kinds of things, they slam you to the deck with poorly trained coppers, police officers that would rather slam you into the deck than examine your innocence. We're guilty until we prove ourselves innocent. The judges decide the case before they've even seen you. And there's no justice, there's no decent education anymore. And we're being asked to vote for the lib-lab-con. I'd say don't bother. You see a Labour candidate, tell him to get lost. See a Tory candidate, tell him to get lost. See a Liberal Democrat, tell him to get lost. And then I'm probably breaking some Electoral Commission rule here, but don't vote lib-lab-con. I can't say it any stronger. And yeah, I got a selfish interest because I'm standing as an independent candidate, but even if you don't vote for me, vote UKIP. If you got a Green candidate in your constituency, vote Green. But I could spend 10 hours giving you loads of evidence. Start in 1972 and work yourself forward in time to the present day. And then look at the history of British politics since 1972. Pro-Europe, pro-rich people, anti-poor, anti-health. We maintain homelessness rather than prevent it. We victimise a sector of the community that can't work or can't find a job. And the global elites like David Cameron, the Bollington members, the Bilderbergers, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Silvermans, the Bushes, the Clintons, the Browns, the Cleggs, the Widdicombe's, the whole global elite just want to make trillions and trillions of dollars out of us. When there's 250,000 children working in chocolate factories all around Africa, where 300,000 children get killed in a war in Iraq, alleged war, an illegal war, a bombing campaign in Iraq, shock and awe. I don't want to spend 100 billion quid on a stupid nuclear missile that we don't really need. If everyone put down their nuclear weapons, if everyone sent the nuclear material off to the moon or to the sun, we wouldn't need nuclear weapons at all. We've got plenty of bunker buster bombs that will do enough damage. But no, it's all about killing people. Mass genocide. The only reason we have nuclear weapons is to kill millions and millions of people. You imagine the thousands that were killed at Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That is the only reason we have nuclear weapons, is to kill millions of people. They could drop one on Georgia and irradiate the whole country of Georgia with just one nuclear bomb. And I mean, why? And then not only do you irradiate somewhere like Georgia, but you then chuck that pollution up into the atmosphere, so you end up killing off leukemia. You end up with leukemia and advanced cancers and artificially generated cancer diseases and radiation poisoning. The only reason you need nuclear weapons is to kill millions of people. And as far as I know, most people that are in armed combatants are in the military. I doubt if the Taliban have 1 million people in their army. Russia's had to cut back on its defence spending so it could invest in its infrastructure, like the Siberian oil fields. So they don't need nuclear weapons. And get rid of them. But imagine imagine Nick Clegg or David Cameron on the button that can launch a nuclear weapon. And if, as I suspect, these political leaders are not very bright, not very intelligent, then they'll use the slightest excuse to launch a nuclear weapon. I mean, I read a brief report that suggested that Israel would go it alone to take out Iran. Why does Israel want to take out Iran? Because it would connect the dots between Israel and China. And Iran is saying, no, we'll do it ourselves. We don't want to be part of NATO. We don't want to be part of Europe. We want to be on our own. We're a fundamental... I don't know what Iran is. It's a secular church state or something. See, don't know enough about a subject, don't talk about a subject. I don't know diddly squat about Iran. All I know is that they got sovereign rights to develop their military defences against aggressors, which is no different to the USS Enterprise sitting quietly offshore, quietly threatening Iran with massive retaliation if someone like Obama pushes the button. Anyway, what time are we on? 9. Right, so think out how would you like David Cameron to push the button on our nuclear deterrent? Spunking 100 billion quid on a nuclear weapon that nobody needs. Anyway, my name's J Humphrey. I'm walking the dog. That's about as important as I feel at the moment. Vote for me, J Humphrey, for Bournemouth East if you want someone other than a lib-lab-con artist representing you in a parliament that doesn't represent the people of Bournemouth East. Adios.